the shocking case in the United States. Hello, everyone. Today we will dive into a case that has shaken the United States, the murder of Laken Riley. This is not only a heartbreaking tragedy, but also raises significant questions about personal safety, immigration policy, and the legal system. Laken Riley, a young, ambitious nursing student, was murdered while jogging on the University of Georgia campus. The perpetrator, Jose Ibarra, an illegal immigrant from Venezuela, was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. But has true justice been served? And what lessons can we learn from this case? Let's take a closer look. The dark side of the case. The murderer, Jose Antonio Ibarra, entered the U.S. illegally in 2022, but instead of being deported, he was released to be handled later. Then in 2023, Ibarra was arrested in New York for endangering children in traffic violations, but he was still let go by the police. If the authorities had taken the deportation of individuals with criminal records like him more seriously, perhaps Laken Riley would still be alive today. Imagine this. You start your morning like any other, stepping out for a jog, breathing in the fresh air, feeling the freedom of movement. But in an instant, everything shatters. A shadow emerges from behind, no warning, no chance to escape. You fight, you struggle, but the attacker is relentless. This was the nightmare that happened to Laken Riley. Her encounter with Ibarra wasn't a coincidence. He was hunting that morning. He was looking for a victim, and Riley became his target. According to prosecutors, he bashed her skull in with a rock, striking her repeatedly. 17 minutes. That's how long Riley's smartwatch recorded her desperate struggle before her heart stopped beating. She wasn't just attacked. She was brutally beaten to the point of total incapacitation. Ibarra thought he could cover his tracks, but his DNA was found under Riley's fingernails, clear evidence of a fierce struggle. She didn't go down without a fight. She fought for her life until her very last breath. Surveillance footage also captured a man resembling Ibarra, lingering in the area at the exact time of the murder. This raises a chilling question. Was this a random act of violence, or was it premeditated? How long had Ibarra been watching Riley? Had he been stalking her, or had he observed other women before choosing his victim? This wasn't just a murder. This was a deliberate act of predation, a real-life nightmare carefully set into motion. Did justice truly prevail? Direct evidence. The scratches on Ibarra's body indicate a struggle between him and the victim. The bloodstained jacket found in a trash bin, and Ibarra was caught on camera disposing of it. The black Adidas cap. This detail sparked debate. A relative of Ibarra was seen wearing a similar cap the day after the murder. Was this just a coincidence or a deliberate attempt to mislead investigators? The defense attorneys tried to shift suspicion by suggesting that another family member could have been the real culprit. But if that were true, how could they explain the DNA evidence on Ibarra? How could they justify his presence at the crime scene and his suspicious actions afterward? Justice is not a game of speculation. It's normal for defense attorneys to create doubt, but solid evidence cannot be ignored. When all the facts point to a single individual, they must be held accountable. In this case, justice prevailed, but it raises a bigger question. How many other criminals have escaped punishment using similar diversion tactics? And what must the legal system do to ensure that similar cases are not clouded by baseless speculation? The pain of a family. When loss is immeasurable, there is no greater pain than losing a loved one, especially when their departure is sudden, cruel, and irreversible. Laken Riley's mother broke down in court, saying she would never get to see her daughter graduate, get married, or have children. The moments that every parent dreams of are now forever lost. Riley's roommate, who used to run with her every day, admitted that she is now too afraid to go outside alone. A simple habit, an activity that should have been harmless, has now become a source of fear. Moreover, the testimonies of witnesses in court left the entire courtroom in tears. Data from Riley's smartwatch revealed that she fought until the very last moment, but ultimately, she couldn't escape her tragic fate. Her dreams were stolen, her future was cut short by someone who should never have been here in the first place. But this pain is not just Riley's family's burden. It is a wake-up call for all of us. A young woman jogging in the morning, right in the middle of a university campus, should have been a normal, safe occurrence. But she never made it back home. This raises a troubling question. If even the places we assume to be safe can no longer protect us, then where is truly safe? So what must we do? Do we accept that women will always have to live in fear when they step outside alone? Do we allow cases like this to continue happening without taking action? What can we do to ensure that there will be no more victims like Laken Riley? This is not just a personal tragedy, it is a societal issue. The question now is no longer what happened, but what will we do to make sure it never happens again? The immigration debate, a never-ending story. The case quickly became a hot topic in American politics. President-elect Donald Trump and Georgia Governor Brian Kemp immediately spoke out, criticizing LAC's immigration policies for allowing individuals like Ibarra to enter the U.S. According to them, if border security had been stricter, tragedies like the murder of Laken Riley could have been prevented. On the other hand, human rights organizations emphasized that not all immigrants should be equated with criminals. They argued that the vast majority of immigrants come to the U.S. in search of a better life, not to commit crimes. However, one undeniable reality is that the current immigration system has too many loopholes. Individuals with criminal records like Ibarra are still able to enter and remain in the country without facing strict scrutiny. This is not just a political issue, but a direct threat to the safety of American citizens. Of course, not all immigrants are dangerous, but it is time to implement real solutions. Endless debates will accomplish nothing without concrete actions to improve the immigration system and ensure public safety. Valuable lessons from the Laken Riley case. The case of Laken Riley is not just about justice. It is a wake-up call about personal safety, the legal system, and our collective responsibility as a society. 1. Personal safety. Never be complacent. We cannot control the actions of criminals, but we can take steps to protect ourselves. If you frequently jog alone, make sure to share your location with a trusted person. Avoid isolated areas or places with poor security. Carry a self-defense tool such as a whistle or pepper spray. The world is not always safe, and we must be prepared for any situation. 2. The legal system. Does it need change? This case raises an important question. Would this tragedy have been prevented if immigration laws were stricter? Jose Antonio Ibarra had a criminal record yet was still released, revealing flaws in the system. We need a fair immigration system, one that protects the rights of legal immigrants while ensuring the safety of American citizens. Stricter background checks and immediate deportation of individuals with serious criminal records could help prevent similar tragedies. 3. Justice is more than a verdict. It's our responsibility. The court has ruled, but the issue doesn't end there. Justice is not just about punishing criminals, it's about preventing future tragedies. Everyone can contribute. Raise awareness about personal safety, not just for yourself, but for your family and friends. Demand better immigration policies and public safety measures from the government. Support your community by spreading awareness and helping others protect themselves. Conclusion. The Laken Riley case is a stark reminder that we must take action. We cannot change the past, but we can learn from it to protect the future. Protect yourself. Advocate for clear, fair, and effective policies. Work together to create a safer society for everyone. Thanks for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and share this video to help spread the message.